Okay, Virgo, this is going to be a general reading for you guys for this upcoming week. All right, I am going to start off here with the Chinese fortune cookie oracle here. All right, so for Virgo. After this oracle, I'm going to do some tarot, and then at the end, probably a romance oracle. Okay. Future. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Okay. All right, I'm using this deck this week. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be next week doing weeklies or not, but I will see. All right. Don't look straight. Okay. And by the way, each sign has a power color, and yours is brown. And if you guys like these readings, if you could give it a like or a comment, let me know, because these readings, you know, I don't get paid for them. You know, YouTube doesn't pay me or anything. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and I don't. But it's a lot of time and work, and I'm not sure if people like them enough or not. So we'll see here whether I continue doing these weeklies or not. All right. So you have earth signs, water signs, fire signs, and yep, and seeing if any signs stand out. Pisces stands out. Okay, and I'm just looking at the cards here for a second. Okay, so you have a couple of sevens here. And the number 7 is a spiritual number, and it's about intuition and control. Okay, so you start off, well, and actually, let me just look at the cards. Okay, so you start off with the 5 of Pentacles here. And this can be fears surrounding money or financial hardship or some type of, it can be, you know, like a financial loss for some. And if that's not the case for you, then it can be that some of you are feeling left out of something, or maybe feel like you have nowhere left to turn. But the card does advise to accept help from others. So there might be some insecurities with some of you. Just try to accept some help if you can. So next here you have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is about, the card means like seeds well planted. Shows that there will be profit or some type of investment or reward. It's saying just to have perseverance and faith and a necessary worry. So you might be, you know, worried about this. Again, finances, for a lot of you, you're worried over. But it does show, you know, again, to have some patience and a little faith, because it does show some type of reward. Okay, so next up you have the 7 of Cups. So this is basically saying to make a choice. Looks like there might be some different opportunities, or maybe you have different choices, but you might be overanalyzing something or having uncertainties, but make a choice. There might be a lot on your mind, and it's hard for some of you to focus. And then this card could also represent addictions also. And also wishful thinking, like daydreams. But make a choice on something. All right, next up you have the World card. And with the World, this is achievements, accomplishments. It's showing you like obtaining your goals and establishing structure in your life. It's a card of fulfillment. And when I pause, I'm just looking at the cards and getting feelings, but next up here is the Queen of Wands. I keep looking at this one, but all right, the Queen of Wands is up. And this is it. There's nothing that you can't do. Shows you're ambitious, talented. If you're a parent, you're like a super parent. The card does say to trust your intuition, trust your instincts. And for a lot of you, how people perceive you is important to you. And some of you might be a little bit hot-tempered too, a little bit. But, can all be that way at times, huh? Next up here, you have the Moon. So this is telling you to trust your intuition, and this card is also about like psychic abilities, and some of you might have like some psychic visions or something, but the card does say pay attention to signs, and also it advises you to let go of your fears. Just trust that intuition. Some of you, this can possibly be about a love triangle also. Something here to do with that, because there's twice here showing that there could be something to do with that. And I'll get to the other one. The next up card is Four of Pentacles. So this is about protecting your resources and kind of like managing your resources wisely. And for some of you, you might be working too hard and maybe even holding on a bit too tightly to things. Looks like some of you might have some type of, a lot of power and responsibilities. But just don't let power or greed corrupt you. That's what that advice is, not me. Like some of you maybe feel like you don't feel like sharing what you have. And that's okay. I mean, but unless you're in a relationship, then it's not too cool. But all right, next up here is the Six of Pentacles. So this can be a material gain that's unexpected. It's also about sharing your time or your wealth with others. So you have a card over here that maybe you're holding on a little bit too tightly to things, and this is about sharing it. Unless one of these choices you have to make is about you know, keeping things like to yourself and for you, or if you want to share. For some of you also, it might be paying off a debt, and others might be getting a pay raise. So next up here, you have the Three of Swords. And with this is, you have two cards, like I said, that could indicate maybe a love triangle. So being that there's two cards that can indicate it, it looks like that's what's going on, and maybe a decision you have to make is over. You know, it has to do with this. It could be sorrow. Some of you might have, or it could also just be about disappointment. Maybe some of you are disappointed. It can just be healthy misunderstandings also, for those of you that's not a love triangle and all that. And also for others, it could be like a warning about something like that, or some type of deception. And if none of that makes sense to you, for others of you, because there's more than one person watching usually, but this is just saying get a health checkup. Just make sure everything's okay. And let me pull one of these romance oracle cards. Retreat. Okay. It's time to disconnect from the world. All right. All right, you guys. If you like the video and want to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to let me know, if you know, in the comments if you liked it or not, and let me know. Or give it a like. And another video should be popping up, so you guys might want to check that one out. And thanks a lot, you guys, for watching.